Before 1999, trading was manual. Then AI came. Computers took over the trading world. Now, instead of sucking face at the computer, you can relax, take care of loved ones, and let automation take care of your trading for you. Now, welcome to one of our weekly live Q&A trading sessions I recorded. Jump in. So today we have a new person on the line, and her name is Marcia. So we're going to ask her some questions and see where she's at in her trading world. So Marcia is new on the webinar today, so we're just asking her a few questions to find out kind of what she does know or doesn't know about cryptoland.
Do you have a comprehension of global economy? Or what's your history been in, I guess? If that's okay, if you feel comfortable sharing that.
You mean as far as trading?
Just in general, so that I kind of know like your learning curve. Do you work for a bank, or are you a real estate agent, or somewhere where you're financial comprehension, or are you a numbers person or a more artistic person? So I understand your brain, your thought process.
Well, right now I'm retired.
Okay, so you had a career.
Well, mostly in customer service.
Okay, so human behaviors, you're good at that, and simmering people down and keeping them happy.
I tried.
Okay, good. So you're a servant. You have a servant personality.
For an absolute newbie in cryptoland, you definitely need to go to coinmarketcap.com just to see all the assets that are available within cryptoland. But let's go a little further and let's go into the foundation of cryptocurrency, which starts with the blockchain. So I'm going to kind of search from some blockchain items for you to look at. So what is the blockchain? It is a decentralized ledger that was created or launched, I would say, around 2008, which is a planetarian decentralization project, which means that this is not based in any country. It doesn't really obey the laws or regulations of any one country. It is something that can perpetuate without a bank. The technical term of the blockchain is an executable distributed code contract. And what is beautiful about the blockchain technology is that what happens in that blockchain stays in that blockchain. And one of the perspectives on that is that, for instance, say you have a contract, say it's a mortgage or a loan, and sometimes shenanigans go on in that industry and loans are sold to this, that, and the other, or contracts are altered without permission and you don't really know what's happening with that contract. Well, with the blockchain technology, it sets it in stone. And so what contract you started with is the contract you end with, and there's no shenanigans that goes on. Another example of a blockchain is almost like your intranet in a corporation, meaning like an email intranet. And what that means is like when you're emailing somebody from within the corporation you work for, only the people that work for the company are able to access those emails. So it's, a privatized area. So one of the things that's happening is a lot of the countries, I call them companies, I think we have 195 companies on planet Earth, I predict that they will all have their own blockchain. And this isn't something that has to be distributing currency. Information will be a huge one. Supply chains are using blockchain. I believe in China, like AliExpress, there's grocery stores that use blockchain for supply chain information. So you can scan an apple in China in one of these robotic grocery stores, and it will tell you where that apple was grown, when it was distributed, and most likely what pesticides or lack thereof was used to grow it. It's a phenomenal technological advancement. And so with that being said, and let's stick with this technical advancement perspective, is that makes this asset class even more volatile, because we know with the iPhones and all computer systems, they change. Like every year there's a new maker model, right? So a lot of people in crypto land, they tend to be hodlers. Hodl is HODL. It means hold for dear life in crypto land. And I don't know if that's always the best route to go. Yes, for taxation purposes, potentially, depending on how, the end all result of the coding of these asset classes. Also, these currencies are different. They're not all going to be coins. Some of them are technology. Some of them are blockchain infrastructure. Some of them are solar power. Some of these projects are utility, which would be power. Some of the projects in crypto land are non-fungible tokens, like a Chuck E. Cheese token. So as this space emerges, new differentiation or titles for these different tradable assets are coming to play. But the most important part and the basis of what this is that it began with a blockchain, and Bitcoin was the first coin to be distributed as somewhat of a currency coin on the blockchain. Now, will Bitcoin be the end-all result? Most likely not. For now, it's still standing. Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum seem to be something that is going to be socially acceptable within stockland. And not all coins are mineable on the blockchain. So the blockchain also is a place where the coins can be moved, but also where they kind of get authenticity, or they're created through mining on the blockchain. So to get a little bit more information, I did create a website called EDCC Contracts, well, edccontracts.com. We'll go more into detail about what these executable distributed code contracts are. That is a technical term, and it's far beyond what most people would probably even know how to explain what a blockchain is. So nobody's really going to understand what you're saying unless they're probably a coder or they're like a blockchain creator. So one of the things that you should know is Ripple, XRP, is not a mineable cryptocurrency, meaning they can print more of it anytime they want or make more. That's important because when it comes to the USD, they can print more. And so on a currency perspective, the goal of the blockchain, I think, was to stop the perpetuation of money decreasing in value.
When you are looking at a currency, if you want to understand what it is, it's important to, okay, I'll show it to you this way. Cryptocurrencies, so they're not all money, okay? So Bitcoin can be used to buy things. Ethereum can be used, but notice here, there's tokens and there's coins. And then there's another little asset class called non-fundable tokens, which is more like a Chuck E. Cheese token. There's some called security, there's some things that are like solar power. They're coming up with all these little side gig things. So I think to be very safe in what you're investing in, before you just throw money into all these things that I did in 2017, you have to know what's the difference in all of these, and how to differentiate something that's a quality coin and something that's a high risk, low risk versus high risk. And also it's important to know that everything is high risk and you shouldn't trade unless you have an understanding of trading. All right. And David, I'm totally okay if you want to come on and talk to, and Tim, and there's two Tims, Tim K and Tim W today. And we have a small group today. I really, guys, I've been busy. Sorry, my little daughter is teaching how to drive today. So I didn't have time to like email everybody, hey, just a reminder. So it's going to be a fun little group today. All right, so here's the thing, Marcia. So if you go on coinmarketcap.com and you look at cryptocurrencies, you have the top 100, you have the full list, you have coins only and tokens only. So we can look at both of these. There's one thing that you should know, okay? I think we're just going to skip that differentiation for the moment. I'll kind of just focus on the top 5 or 6. And I'm going to tell you why. Being a US citizen, and we've pretty much been eliminated from most of the bigger exchanges from being able to trade on them. Or I guess trade and cash out and go back into the bank. There are, it seems to be, and I'm getting this information just from TradeStation kind of, that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin are going to be the ones traded on TradeStation, which is a brokerage, a stock and Forex, and I think it will stock, NASDAQ futures, all that stuff can be traded on TradeStation. You can transfer your 401k to TradeStation and manage it on your own, but it's where you can have automation put on your asset classes or your investments so that it's trading on its own with artificial intelligence. And they're going to be taking on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And then 7 pairs. When a pair means is that they may use Bitcoin to buy Ethereum, or Litecoin can buy Ethereum, or Ethereum can buy Litecoin. It means that, here, let's kind of see. Okay, this is a pair right here. This is an example of Bitcoin USD. That's considered a pair. Give me what I want to. Weird. Usually I have a little, like a way to change this because I wanted to simplify this for you. Okay, anyways, I wanted to change the candlesticks, but things like all my options up here are gone. Okay, so let's just say we wanted to, well, actually, let's go back to this. It's easier to explain it with USD. I'm using USD here to buy Bitcoin. The second symbol is USD, is US dollar, and then buying BTC, which is Bitcoin, okay? So another type of a pair is Bitcoin LTC, BTC for Litecoin. They don't have that option. So I guess Litecoin is not being used to buy stuff anymore. The space has changed so much. On the other site you need to know is tradingview.com if you're really going to be buying and selling this stuff manually on your own. And in TradingView, you can get a free account. It's just ads will pop up and it's a little annoying, but that's okay. You can do that for the beginning, right? Just so that you can get the right candlesticks. So right here, these are some pairs. USD to buy Bitcoin, Euro to buy Bitcoin, GBD, so Great Britain pound to buy Bitcoin. That's considered a pair. The other option is say ETH is Ethereum. So US dollar to buy Ethereum, Euro. XBT. I don't know what XBT is at the top of my head. Maybe Stellar Lumens, I'm not sure. Tethereth is a base dollar. So Marcia, are you learning any from this? Because I don't know like where everybody else is at, but is this making sense so far?
A little.
Okay, so let's just do this. What is your what are your expectations on what to achieve from learning all this? Like, do you want to learn how to trade?
I would love to.
Okay.
But
So
at this point, I feel that there's a huge gap between what I don't know and what I need to know.
yeah, all right, let's see if we can bridge a little bit of that. You just hang tight. You're gonna know what you're doing. There's a chart, and in stock, you're gonna basically
Can you
what?
is this day trading?
Yeah, what you're looking at is trend trading.
Okay.
So in cryptoland, there's a group of people, they call themselves hodlers. I mean, you could be a hodler, meaning hold for dear life. So just like some stocks, you buy it and you hold for a long time. Um, I don't do that right now. Because when I say things are volatile, it means that, well, I'll just show you a history. Okay, I'll let you kind of see the reality. So this is a stock chart. It just shows you the price of the stock. What you're looking at is proprietary software that is being applied to this chart that's telling me what to do. And it's the simplistic way to trade because you have deep-rooted algorithms that are taking into consideration so many factors to make these decisions. And so being new, this is like paint by numbers, like kindergarten. It's like the easiest thing once I just show you how to read this. And I work with a quantitative trader, analyst, and programmer, and he has automation software. So basically, I'll show you my account with him. I had to move a 401k from a company over to a self-managed place because the bank I worked with is closing down as of December 31st. And because it's closing down, they sent us a letter and they said, you have to move your 401k. So at this point, my 401k is not turned on with the automation, but it will be soon. But what I did turn on with automation, with Joe's automation. So right now you're looking at Joe's chart overlay. So if this is the first time you've seen a chart, then you're just like overwhelmed, I'm sure. I would be. But basically, at the end of this rabbit hole is once you can kind of pass this little semi-course and you acquire the technology here so that you develop an understanding how to manually trade, then Joe will allow you to buy his proprietary software for automation, which means that you would be able to put money in TradeStation and you would be taught how to turn on the technology and turn off the technology. As like a product producer, Joe cannot trade for anybody. Like he can't trade your money for you, but the automation software does. Okay, so this is a similar. This is not the same. This is TradingView.com, but there is a brokerage called TradeStation, and it gets even better. So I'll show you guys before we end today my portfolio. I'm really excited. We turned it on 6 days ago, and it's already at a profit. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm doing absolutely zero. Okay, so, but it's just so important, I think, for learning curve that you learn what you're doing and how to read a chart so that you can understand why you're winning in a trade or why you're losing, or you got to learn the basics. You got to learn how to like the alphabet before you learn how to read. Does that make sense? All right, so if I can take you, I mean, the coolest thing is I cannot believe that I'm teaching this because I was new to this 2 years ago, but one of my students is like way far beyond me. I'm like, oh my God, what have I created? She's like 72 and she's phenomenal. I mean, she's talking about bail-ins and this and that, and honestly, some of it's over my head, but like I really do think like as we get older, the distractions go away and we're able to like laser focus. And when it's our nest eggs that are being managed, we can really get it together fast. And then especially when when you're just done with the hustle and the bustle and driving every day, you have all the reasons just to make it work from working at home. So the cool thing is in crypto land, there's there's like only 2 products that I even will touch. Like I have so many people like are like, oh my God, I lost my money. I mean, I've lost money, you know, I believed in people's crap and then I bought it and then $2,000 lost. I'm like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't even want to tell my husband, you know. But I'm like, oh. But then I'm like, thank God. But when I met Joe and like I had automation on some stuff before, we just felt like Binance wasn't safe. And so he's like, I'm shutting it off. I just want to, he was like, I want to get off these exchanges. They don't feel safe. And so we've kind of put our crypto trading on hold and we're just waiting for TradeStation to open up. But meanwhile, this is important. So that's kind of, so right now I'm more or less doing S&P and NASDAQ. And Joe is like my trading guru guy. He's like, the trend is our friend. So you'll see as you start looking at crypto land and stock land and Forex, and then the commodities, which are like gold and silver or like grains or the marijuana CBD oil, the money, there's about 72, 73 trillion in the world. And it just flows. It's like an ocean, right? And it doesn't leave. It's somewhere. It's just moving. And so it's a matter of finding those movements, jumping on the wave, go up, or like in one of my accounts, you're going to see we're shorting the market. And that is still like, oh my God, how does that work? And all I know is at the end of the day, I'm making money. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But it's really weird. Like I'm like you're voting for the market to go down because then your profits go up. It's the reverse commute. I don't know how it works, but it's why I like just surround myself with really smart people because they know how to do it for me. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is Bitcoin. And what this is on a chart, on TradingView at least, you're going to see, like you can move your cursor. This is a candlestick. This is a wick. And what this represents is this is Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, buying it with USD. This little area is telling me that I want each one of these candlesticks to represent 1 week. Now I did that so that you could see a long-term perspective of what's happened with the price of Bitcoin. When I say volatility, the meaning of that in the sense of a stock chart, it means it moves and it doesn't stay the same. It's completely like wild and crazy, but that's exactly what a stockbroker wants. A seasoned stock guy is like, yes, because that means they can make money. It means they can have so many movements. They can, like right here, okay, for the software that we have, if you were following the software on a week chart, you would put a week, you would say, okay, this is what I want to change. I'm changing. This is like, took me years to figure, like months to figure out this stuff, so don't worry if you can't. I'm changing it from candlestick to just a line because I just want to simplify this for you. So the software comes in and says, the technology says right here, this is time to buy. This is when we are like, it's saying this is like it's all the algorithmic, quantitative, mathematical calculations that are happening are saying it's time to buy here. And so if you were following the software, you would have bought in here. And then right here, it said to sell. Nothing's perfect, but that's just where it was at when it said it's time to sell right here. Ooh, I want to move this up. I don't know if I can get it on that specific dot. Oh, go back up. All right, I'm going to delete that. So basically, let me try to do another line. So if you want to just draw on your chart, there's a bar here. You press this little arrow here. I want a horizontal line, so I'm clicking on that. and then I'm going to tap where I want it to come, but it's being persnickety. It's not letting me go higher. Oh, there it goes. And I'm doing this so that I can see what the price was. So basically, the date is on the bottom. So you see this right here, February 6, 2017. I don't trade on a week chart, okay? So, and it's this software I think is most effective on a 1 hour chart. But right here it was saying buy Bitcoin at 1,079. And then it said right here, I call this spotted dot, save a lot. It said sell at 4,413. Meanwhile, it said sell because look, this is what's called a stochastics. And stochastic is basically saying if it's oversold or overbought. And what happens as it gets, when so much Bitcoin is being sold off, it means there's more in the market and the price is going to go down. So the software did say to sell it here, and then it kept on going up and up and up. And then it said sell again down here. So I don't know if another buy order came in. This is what's called a potential exit. There was a potential exit that came through, but meanwhile, it kept on going up. So you don't have to do that. You know, you can just choose yourself. But that is what happened with a 1 week basis. I want you to kind of see. So basically, Bitcoin went up and went down. If you were just holding it from this point, you still would be at a profit right now. But there's a lot of money that to be made within all these dips and dives and so forth. But here on the 1 hour chart, you could get closer. And then on this particular example, you have a lot more ins and outs that happen. So let me just shrink it, get closer. So basically this is saying November 4th, Bitcoin, oh wow. So Bitcoin started going up, and then right here it said, okay, potential exit, and then it proceeded to go down. So these are just saying, hey, look, it looks like the weather conditions in crypto land are saying like, look, looks like a down's coming, and then you can see how it does go down. So there are potential exit areas. Down here, this is like stochastic, so you're kind of in between the overbought and oversold. And another, David, do you want to get unmuted because you are so good at talking too? I love how David, he's got some really good insights. Okay, yeah, he said I can unmute him, good. Okay, so David is in love with the Fibonacci. So we do also have some, hey David, some Fibonacci. It should pop. Can you see me? Like, I don't even know what I look like. I'm like totally chilling out. Okay, so this is Fibonacci. Miriam, I'm going to overload you tonight. So can you just tell me when you hit to maximum? Are you still there? Oh, Marcia. Sorry, Marcia. Are you there,
What was
Marcia?
that?
Are you?
Yes.
I don't want to overload you, but I think you need to know the basis of what you're doing and how to read a chart. Basically, it's buy, sell, buy low, sell high. But I'm totally a fan of automated trading.
Are there any really good books that I can read?
Yeah, Joe has some online books that I can send you to. Yeah, I want to show you. This is Fibonacci. I have videos. So are you a reader or a video person?
Okay, I did not understand. You were breaking up there.
Okay, so are you a reader or are you someone that likes videos?
Still didn't understand what you're saying.
Books, okay, yeah, there are books. I said, do you want to read or do you like to watch video?
Okay, there was something wrong with the audio. I think I might be unable to understand if you can repeat it again.
You like there are a few books but then we have a lot of videos that we do. So can you do movies? Like videos?
No, it's not coming through. I don't
David,
know if
can
it's
you
your
hear me
computer or
okay?
mine,
I can hear
but
you.
something
Aw,
technical is going on here.
aw. All right. Well, I'll keep going.
Maybe it's the internet.
I
On her
know,
end. I
right?
don't know.
I have a good strong signal.
Does
Maybe,
anybody else understand? Does everybody else understand?
Oh,
let's see.
yes.
David can hear. Tim, can you hear? Tim K and Tim W. They're just hanging tight doing nothing. I don't know what they're doing. You guys are funny. Let's see. Tim said he can hear okay. Oh, well, hopefully the replay. Maybe you can hear the replay okay. All right. So anyways, so this is like basically buy low, sell high. Marcia, can you hear okay? Oh, there's so much to teach. I don't know if I can teach you everything in 1 second. All right, Marcia, if you can't hear, then I'll just kind of tell you, and then maybe the replay you can get it. So this is another set of indicators that comes with this proprietary software. And what it's telling us is that if we do decide to buy Bitcoin right now at 9,333, if we were going to set our sell order up, we would sell it at 9,552, and we would set what's called a stop loss. We basically say sell if it gets down to 9,052 so I can cut my losses. So I'm going to show you how to do a paper trade on this, which means that I'm going to trade this, create an order, and I'm creating it's like a demo trade. So before you actually trade anything with your own money, you're using fake money. So on TradingView. So the take profit for the software says to take profit at $9,552. So I'm going to take this 9,552. Oops, it changed to 553.11. And that's this orange box. And this down here is they're saying to make this your stop loss. 9142.05. And then we say buy, we're going to buy 1 Bitcoin, but you don't have to ever buy a full Bitcoin. You can buy like a portion of 1, but for this one, we're just going to buy 1. We're buying Bitcoin. So the order was placed, and to see my paper trading, we go down here, and we could see, look, I bought 1 Bitcoin at $9,321. I'm going to take profit at 9,553. And I'm going to sell it if it goes down low and cut my losses at 9,142. And this is showing I'm already at a profit of $1.49. So we can go up to our chart. I'm going to shrink paper trading. And right here, that 0.81, that's saying that's our profit. So we made 82 cents so far. But however, in this scenario, we had to put 9,500 or 9,300 or whatever we bought it for. 9,000, whatever we bought it for. We had to put all that money down, right? So we don't want to sell it to make a substantial amount of money. David, you disappeared. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can mute yourself. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right, no problem.
I
Sorry, I'm
got a
glad you're
cough
there.
or something.
Marcia, can you hear me already? All right. Okay, so that's kind of fun. So we'll see. Oh, look, we made $3.88. That's very exciting. All right, so now I want to get into like the advanced software. I want to show you guys my portfolio if the computer will work for me.
So I'm going to pull up my TradeStation automation trading software that's been turned on for a few days. Originally, I was just using a demo, and I'm going to show you really kind of the activity for the last few days, and you're going to see what the fiscal outcome was. We had some winners, we had some losers, but ultimately we're still winning. It's been great. I literally just clicked the button, turned it on. There was some moments and time that I had to invest in setting the account up and opening it fiscally. But once all that is said and done, then you're on automation. So here we go. Check it out.
All right, so right here, this is so exciting. You can see the trades that the automation software is taking. So I decided I would, everything got hidden down here. I don't know how to do that. All right, so basically this was day 1 when the software turned on. Day 2, day 3, this did say day 4. Let me just add that text. And I'll show you like the actual documentation of where, you know, what the profit was for each one of these trades. But we basically have had, oh, I typed that wrong.
Dav 4.
What'd you say?
Looks like DAV.
I know, that's what I thought I
I'm
did.
fun saying Dav 4, that's all.
Okay, so this account started with $2,000 and it's already, I woke up this morning, it was at 2,066. I was like, oh my God, right? So that's 6 days, it's like $11 a day. So if you, hopefully I didn't screw it up with whatever I tapped on, but if you just run that and say you have, it runs like 5 days a week, say, because like this particular market, this is NASDAQ and this is S&P 500. But this technology can be applied to, it's going to be applied a different strategy though to my 401k account. This is what's called a futures account. When crypto comes into play, you can apply this technology to a crypto account. And then it can also be applied to metals and golds, or also grains like soy and corn, right? Cocoa. So the cool thing is I'm talking to you guys and it's still running for, this is automation land. All these blinkings are just like the price is changing, there's movement here, and it's live. And if you're ever on the phone with Joe, the creator of the software, you hear beep, 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 and it's called Val. We've given it a name, and it's like a little cat or a dog chirping every time the market makes a move or if there's money to be made. He's designing it so it's like a cha-ching, like when you made money, when you sold and take profit. So that's another technology that you can get too. So if you are in trade zone, right, and you're sitting in your office and you're watching the market, it's also going to give you audio experience, like a 3D stock experience, so that you have constant like gratification, but also comprehension of what's going on by just listening to sounds too. This is trade performance report. So Marcia, I think it's really important for you to know that on a typical crypto exchange, you do not get this kind of a report. TradeStation is an absolute automation station, and it's where, like, since 1999, most trading in hedge funds has been done computer trading. You know, it's not a person trading it, it's a computer with AI. So for a human being to go in there and try to like beat the computers, good luck. That's all I gotta say, right? Like, oh, good luck. So anyways, what this is, these are some reports so you can kind of see what's happening, what time the automation is bought and sold. So on the first day, I made $8.75 in 1 minute. Look at that. So at 2 o'clock, so this is shorting, okay? When you see MESZ19, that means micro. ES means S&P 500. Z means that it's a 3-month contract, and 2019 is the year. So this means that I bought a mini S&P 500 contract that expires on December of 2019. This was the price, but I didn't pay that much, okay? This account only has $2,000 in it. It's just these particular contracts, you buy fractions of them, And I really don't have to know that, which is amazing. I really don't have to know what's going on. The only thing I really have to know is how to turn this on and off. But Joe's an amazing teacher, and anytime I have a questions, he's always there to answer it. And so he's developing some tutorials right now to teach the trading view stuff, and then we'll be working on some tutorials to explain the TradeStation automation. So we're not really ready to launch TradeStation yet. However, the software is there, and there's a beta group that is working with us. So anyways, but this is really important, because this is where the rubber meets the road, and where the major trading is done, and where all the money to be made is. So here you see, this was a sell order. So this is like a shorting, and you can do shorting in stock world. So 2 o'clock it went in, and then this sounds awkward because it's reversing what we're used to when we go into a store. We bought a sell, and then we bought it. We processed the sell order, and then we processed the buy order. However this works, it's unbeknownst to me, but the profit was $8.75. Does that make sense, David? Yes. All right, Tim said yes. All right, and then the same thing, similar thing happened.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. No, that's okay. This is, I think, the most important part of this particular lesson is to look at the timestamp. I think it's so cool. So 2 o'clock to 2:01. So TradeStation trades in a millisecond. So like the cool thing is when you look at those charts, Marcia, and you saw the candlesticks, if you looked at the ones that had a little wick going up, I think you guys can be able to see me now. If you looked at, oh, here I am. If you looked at the chart and you saw the wick that's going up, it's just very thin. It's like this. Like say this is the candlestick. It's for a little bit of time. So at TradeStation, you're actually being able to capture that little wick because it's trading at a millisecond. Okay. So does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. So right here, this is, to me, this is like, oh, this is where I wanted to be on the automation, because we're girls. Like we really like are, I don't know how to say this in a good way, is like people. Okay, let's just talk about myself. I have so many interests. I cannot stay focused on one thing for all day long and sit there and stare at a computer and wait for it to go up and down. It's so annoying. Okay. So I love this automation because it just runs for me. So here's the thing. So 2 o'clock, 2:01, trade is done. And then the computer sits there and waits. And the technology, we call it VAL. It's like boom, boom, the little cat technology, the chart alert technology is waiting. So 4 o'clock, another opportunity comes up. It buys it. It sells it 4 minutes later. No emotion. It's all technical, mathematical calculations that have been configured, and utilizing Joe's amazing, brilliant brain that he programmed all this stuff. So that particular trade over here resulted in $11.25 profit. So you scoot into this aisle. So then you're thinking, well, why is this not showing a total of $8 here? So let me pull this chart over. Okay, the reason why is because there's no cost to trade but 50 cents. So weird. Like they said they went away with the trading fees, but the only thing that's left is like 50 cents, but I think they're coding it as something different. So when you're buying and when you're selling, it's 50 cents. So when you come over to the cumulative net profit or net profit, instead of $8.75, it says $7.75 because each one of those movements is 50 cents, no matter the amount. So I could have $100,000 in here, okay? And guys, I know this $2,000 is not a lot of money, but remember this, $1,000 is only 10 doubles away from $1 million. Considering all the money is going to stay in the market. I actually have this. This is so cute. Hold on. I'm going to pull it out. All right, I got to pull up my little picture of myself to see what I look like. Oh, I can't see this. I can't see. I'm not gonna be able to see if you guys can see this. All right, and you know what? It's not like conducive to where you can see it, but meaning like it's gonna be backwards for you, I guess. Can you see this? Okay.
Yes. A little
Okay.
small, but yeah.
Look. So if you started with, I love numbers. If you started with $100 and you doubled it 10 times, you'd end up with 102,000, right? Check this. If you started with $1,000 and you doubled it 10 times, you'd have 1,024,000. So one day I was talking to Joe and I was like, well, how much you usually make on your money a year? And he goes, I usually double it. I was like, are you serious? I was like, that sucks. Because in cryptoland in 2017, I got like 5 times my money. But that was done with, right, in 2017. But if you have some proprietary software that's going to double my money every year, and knowing now the whole doubles game, even if it takes me 10 years to take $1,000 to $1 million, basically this is my little seed count for 2000. That you're looking at $2 million in 10 years from now, right? So I don't know about you guys, I got time for that. We're on live and they can see you. The camera's on. They're gonna see you. Jamie, the camera's on.
Hello, Mr. Jamie.
CEO.
Oh, you silly. Is it time already?
Hello, Mr.
Okay,
Jamie.
we have to jump up and
I
run.
like your snuggy things. Snuggy.
Okay, so look at I put PJ pants on. I have little snugglies on. It's like cold here in Connecticut, so I just needed to be cozy.
I can
Okay,
imagine.
so let's go to the next line really quick. So then, okay, so stop, Jamie. So that was on Halloween, you guys. So Halloween, this little cute little portfolio made up like $20. My first day it went live. Then the next day on the 1st, November 1st, there were 3 trades that went in. But you can see this one down here. The third trade that was on NASDAQ, it was trending for 3 days. So it went in on November the 1st, but it didn't sell until November the 3rd. Oh my God. It made $116. Woo! Oh my, are you guys, I haven't really like looked at this because it's sad, guys. My grandmother was dying this weekend, so we left this weekend. So this is the first time I'm seeing this. And she died this morning at 1:30 this morning. It sucks. She's so cute. She was like 90. Okay, so this is the first time I'm seeing this number. So very exciting. NASDAQ must have had a great few days. So I just made $116. Oh my God, you guys. This is far better than I thought. Are you guys seeing this? Like, David, do you see this?
Well, there it is.
And
I
look
was
at,
looking the wrong way. Wow.
oh my God, you guys, like look, holy shimoly. I thought I only made $66. I made $326. Oh my
30 days
God.
ago.
Holy, guys, I honestly am like, I'm like, wow.
I
Holy,
need to catch up to you guys.
I have got to send him a thank you note. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, this is so cool. Like, I've been in cryptoland, but this isn't cryptoland. This is like NASDAQ and S&P. This is where all those hedge fund people down in Greenwich that I worked for years, this is how they became billionaires. This is ridiculous. This is how they did it. This is why they spend so much money on parties with me. Oh my God. So guys, I just made like, okay, so what did that take? It took 3 days, but big deal. It made $116. So then come to the next thing, cumulatively with, the last, holy moly, it made $143. Guys, this is looking even better. I thought I only made $66 in 6 days. I made $326 in 6 days. Oh my God. Okay, let's look at the next one. Holy macaroni. So November 1st, when was that? Friday. So Friday, it goes in on, see this NQ, that's NASDAQ.
$1.
Okay, well, when it just says profits, what?
Oh.
I don't know what that means. I guess it means like nothing, right? It just went in on the trade and then it held it. So Remember, so Friday at 5 o'clock, the system shuts down, meaning like the stock market shuts down. I think it's Friday at 4. This is why all these people party on Saturdays, okay? It turns back on Sunday at 7. So Friday was the 1st, and Sunday at 7, Sunday was November the 3rd. So Monday's the 4th. So watch this. They sold it at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I think that's right. Monday morning, I made $86 Monday.
I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, okay, where it says $86, then the cumulative, I guess it is. See, we have a net profit 228, but you made more here on 116 on the 3rd, but it was 143 on the
Okay,
cumulative
so
net
this
profit.
cumulative is just adding it. So the first, I just started this on Halloween, the 31st. So this is day 1. Okay,
But the
so
net
this
profit
is,
is less on that, but you made more. It's kind of weird. And that you made less,
wait,
but you made. I'm
wait, so
not
you
sure how
need
it
to make,
works.
let's make sure you understand. So like, so this cumulative profit. So this is the profit for each trade individually. So this one
Yeah.
trade made me 116. And then the second trade that went in on Friday and then sold on Monday, it made me $86. This next trade, and this was NASDAQ. So look, NASDAQ, the NQ, NASDAQ, 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 NASDAQ,
December,
NASDAQ.
right?
So
Yeah.
NASDAQ had a really good, we just basically won all these trades in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I won 8 trades. Now, this trade, the first trade out of the 8 made me $875. The second, $1125. The third trade made me $1125. The fourth trade, 116. The fifth trade, 86. Holy, I was thinking, I had no idea. The seventh trade, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, made me 86. The sixth trade made me $84. The seventh trade made me $7. And the eighth trade made me $9.50. Now, you pop over here. So take this 875 and just go here, 775. And the reason it's 775 is because the cost of doing the trade was $1, 50 cents for each way. As you notice, no matter how much you're trading, it's 50 cents. So then 1125 goes down to 1025 for profits. This profit is added to the next one. So 775 plus 1025 equals $18. This trade, I won $11.25. It reduced the profit by $1 because of the cost to do the trades. That goes to TradeStation to 1025. 1025 gets added to this 18 up here. So the new cumulative net profit is 28. 116 was made. You take the dollar transactions out, so it's 115, and then you add the 115 to the 28, and that's 143, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
How
my
much you gonna add that to the top? That top number to the day before, the bottom number, I guess. Okay.
yeah, so $86. I won $86 on this 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth trade, and then for the profit, you have to subtract the 50 out. So it's $1. So $85 was my profit. And then I have to add the 85 to the 143. So then I made $228 collectively since I turned it on. So that was the 4th, and I turned it on the 31st. So I turned it on Thursday. So 1, 2, I'm telling you the days that I had it on, and I'm not counting Saturday or Sunday because those are pretty much like slash days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So essentially, I guess you could say I thought I turned it. I'm looking at a calendar. It says that Thursday was the 31st. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only had it on 5 days. I've had it on 5 days and made $326. And there was only $2,000 into this account. This is amazing, you guys. Unbelievable. I'm freaking out thinking that we're about to go into a recession, and Joe's like, it's fine. You can make money in a recession. I was like, ah! Right? Like, this is where all these billionaires I've worked for all these years, they never, ever taught me this. And the only reason we have access to Joe is because I made friends with him and I begged him to make a product for me. And then I was like, no, you are too good. You are too legit. You're going to keep this product and own it yourself. And I'm going to help you market it. So we've got to become the beta testers for him and help him market this, because he is like the most honest, upfront, awesome guy ever as far as like product goes. And he brings money to the table. He does this for a living full time. This is how.
He's very caring.
And he
Doesn't have to afford to start trading at $25,000 at 19 years old.
Dude, like,
Things.
dude, all I'm saying is they're brilliant. All of my billionaire clients are Jewish, and I'm just like absolutely obsessed with their brilliant brains. And that's why I chose him to like guide me through this financial realm and develop a strong financial infrastructure. So, I mean, here's your saying, I just won 8 trades. I would never have done this. I wouldn't have made the trade in 4 minutes, in 2 minutes. This is brilliant. Oh my God, let's just keep going so you guys understand this. And I have to jump off. Oh my God, I love my life right now. Okay, this last trade is $7. It costs $1, so we take $1 off. It's $6. You add it to $3.17. Boom. And then the last one that just happened was $9.50. All this is automating. Okay, so then you go over here. Let's see, periodical returns. Look, last 12 months. I mean, it just started. So it says $326. I made 0.33% gains and profit factor. 100% of my 8 trades I made money on. I honestly, I'm just like, oh my God, this is such good news. There's my performance of my equity curve. It's up. Trade analysis. Part of like this TradeStation account is like, look, if money comes in, how do I get it out? He's like, it's easy. You just transfer it into your bank account when you want to take the money out. So the most important thing is if you get into any exchange, Marcia, is that you can get out of the exchange, right? Get your money in and get your money out. So what did you think about that? Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible.
I know.
I mean, I would still love to do manual trading while the automation is working for me, because I just love, I want to be able to learn and be professional.
Well, look, you can do automation still, and that's where I trade.
Yeah, automation work, and I'll just do the other way too when I get to know it better. Yeah.
Let's kind of. But here, look, we already lost $25 on my paper trading and buying Bitcoin, but the system wasn't saying to buy Bitcoin right now, anyways. So to end this, Marcia, is the most important part about this is to know when not to buy. You make money when you buy, not when you sell, just like a house. And so it's important to like read your charts and understand when not to buy and when to sit and do nothing. And I think that's the key is to get some good technology that's doing all the mathematical configurations. And right now it's not time to buy, and you want to get all of your ducks in a row. And then I guess next week, guys, or maybe tomorrow, we'll show Marcia if she comes to tomorrow, you know, how to do alerts and so forth. Oop, order canceled by NASDAQ, sell NASDAQ. Please tell me I'm not trading out my account right now. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna jump off so Jamie can get on his webinar. You guys are awesome. Tim, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, her too.
And oh, Marcia says, oh, she said I went into a discount sound. I hear the banks are going to be getting into crypto by next year. Nice. Well, cool. I'm in. Maybe we'll be hodling by then. All right, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, right, David?
Yes.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right, bye.